I'm excited to share with you a pen that has been in my pile. I mean, it's been inked for a really long time, but I've had the box in my pile for a really long time, and I want to get rid of the box because it's big, and I just don't want it in my pile anymore. So I want to do this video so I can get rid of the box, and because there's a lot of requests for this pen. So this is the box. This is the pen. It is the Pilot Custom 823, and this one has the number 15 FA nib on it. So I am going to do some writing with it and talk about how it feels and like how I feel about the pen and how I feel about the nib, and that's pretty much it because that's all there is to do with a fountain pen. And so let's go do that. Okay, here we are with the giant ridiculous box for the Pilot Custom 823. So there we go. Let's open it up. There's foam. Nobody wants foam. The thing is, I love that it comes with a bottle of ink, and it's actually a very, very beautiful color. It's Pilot blue and very fun bottle shape, very stable. So it's a very cool bottle, and I like it. So your pen is here. There's like these weird little clips underneath this bed. But other than that, it's a waste of space, and I hate it. So I really would have just liked like half the box, and they could have layered them or something. And now you have this giant box, and it does come out, so you can reuse the box, but you're stuck with this thing. And anyway, you know how I feel about packaging. I'm not a fan of packaging unless it's minimalist or somehow spectacular and very useful. In this case, it is neither. But I do like the bottle of ink. Okay, enough of that, Ziza. Here is the Pilot Custom 823. This is the amber barrel. There's also a smoke, which is pretty cool. There's also a clear, which I would love to acquire one day, but I haven't come across it recently. So it's a pretty simple pen in terms of like what there is to it. There's not a whole lot of trim. Pilot's pretty classy about what they do, in my opinion. So I think this suits their aesthetic. The clip is engraved with Pilot. It's got the round ball. It's quite snug, so I do feel like it's very useful if you wanted to attach it to your notebook. Like it's secure on there. It's not super slippy. And because the pen is not all that heavy, it doesn't feel like weirdly weighted or something like if you had it in your pocket. The center band says Custom 823 star 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 Pilot made in Japan star star star. You've got your knob for your vacuum filler. And if we uncap, let me just keep that shut. If we uncap the pen, the cap and barrel are translucent. There is that inner cap in there, and the section and the knob at the back are solid. I mean, they look like brown, but they're supposed to be amber, so, or the color scheme is amber. So the barrel is clear. You can clearly see your mechanism, so you would unscrew it. I really don't want to do this because I don't want to make an inky mess. So basically you would pull this back, and then it'll create a vacuum, and when you put it in your ink and you press it down, it'll be like and suck it all up. But anyway, this is not a pen filling video. This is a pen writing type of video. The nib is the Pilot number 15 FA nib. It has the little wing cutouts. It has a plastic feed, single slit, round breather hole, very fine nib, like an extra, like an extra fine. Other than that, it's pretty clean, like it's a pretty clean nib. And okay, so I've had this open for a while, but that's okay. If you are going to just write a line or two, I wouldn't bother opening this, but when you open it up, it allows the ink to flow. So if you're writing more like longer or, you want nice ink flow, keep it open and then just close it up when you are finished. And the pen does post. It's, it's a bit of a longer pen when it's posted, but I find it very comfortable. Let's see where that balance is. Ooh, that's hard to say. It's probably like right around there. So it's actually quite well balanced. Unposted, such a comfortable pen. And the funny thing is, I have done some assessments on the Custom 823 in the past, and the one I had was when I was living in the Netherlands, and the price of those was €600. So at the time, I was like, this is not worth it. Now that I'm living in Canada, the market here is more like $288 US for the regular nibs and like $375 for the special nibs. So I have to say it's a much more reasonable price, and especially if you find one used or something, like, or if you get a special deal or something, I think they're very worth it. So I'm really enjoying them. I have the broad here just because, but we're doing the FA nib. So let's do that. Okay, now I don't remember what I inked it. Sorry, my stuff's in the way. I don't remember what I inked it with. I guess we'll find out something. It's like maybe it's Sukiyo. Oh, hang on. Let me get this flowing. My light keeps going out and I don't know why. Okay, so I will give it a pass there. It was open for some time with me waving my hand around, so I won't judge it too harshly for being a little dry there. Pilot Custom 823. This is the amber. And oh, my light keeps dying. 1 second. That was annoying. Anyway, I just had to switch a whole bunch of plugs around. Okay, so let's keep going. So we have amber. Yeah, I really don't remember what ink this is. It looks like Yoroshizuku with a bit of more green. Maybe it's like Rubber Duster Fire and Ice. So anyway, sorry. It's a pretty juicy writer with the valve open. Quite delicious. It is the Pilot 15 FA nib. And let me move over here. So we have, I would say that's pretty fine. It's definitely not a needle point, but it's somewhere between extra fine and fine. Now, people are always wondering, like, how is this as a flex nib? The thing is, I wouldn't really call it, like, super flexy. It's definitely soft. It's easy to apply pressure to it. Like, you can see that the lines are thicker and wetter. I'm going to just do this slowly so we can see how the nib responds. I mean, it's definitely thicker, so that's probably like a wet broad, double broad-ish. This is very arbitrary what I'm saying here. But, I mean, clearly it's wetter and thicker. It's very, very easy to achieve this variation. I'm not pressing very hard. If we do no pressure at all, it writes pretty flawlessly, actually. And is it something you can use for daily writing if you don't want the flexy lines? Absolutely. It's easily a daily writer. So let's see here. Okay, I'm going to do some fun here now. So easily a daily writer. Quite generous in the ink flow. Very, very satisfying to write with. It's not scratchy. I think you definitely know you're writing with a fountain pen. It's got a tiny bit of feedback. It's very pleasant, very enjoyable. I really, really have a lot of fun with this nib. So yeah, the ink, I really don't know. Sorry. It's a turquoise, teal, something. I don't know what I was writing. So let's just do a bit of writing with it. I'm moving pretty quickly, so I am pushing it a little. What kind of feedback does it have? Well, other than the actual, like the nib itself on the page, it does resist if you're pushing it too hard. It's not super snappy because I think it's a bit too firm for that, but it's very enjoyable. Is it really flex? Not really. It's line variation. I mean, flex to me is really when the tines are opening up and snapping back quickly. Is it a good option for line variation and character? Definitely. Is it the most affordable option? Probably not. I would say dip nibs are definitely a better option if you are unsure of your skill or if you trust yourself to flex a gold nib. If you have one, I wouldn't lend it to just anybody who has never written with a fountain pen before. But I really enjoy it. At some point, I will do a comparison between the other modern flex nibs that I have. But I find this one very nice. It's forgiving in that it's not super soft, so it's not so easy to push it too far. And large ink capacity. I mean, it's not inexpensive, but I think the price is fair. Very, very comfortable pen. I do have fun with it. I really do enjoy it. It makes for great correspondence. Just enjoyable for having fun with my pens. So I'm pretty satisfied in that regard. Like, it's a decent looking pen, right? Yeah. Pretty cool.